Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do my May budget video. However, a couple of things before we get started. Number one, my dogs won't stop barking, sorry. Number two, I have no power right now. So not only will my lighting be weird, but I'm not going to be able to get on the computer and show you my budget spreadsheet. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know we've made some changes to the way we've been budgeting anyway. And because everything is still crazy out there, we are still keeping our expenses pared down a little bit. But the one major change you're going to see is going to be when it comes to our cash envelopes. Now, this isn't a cash envelope video, but I always do touch on what we're saving in each cash envelope. I will explain it the best I can throughout this video. And remember, the point of a budget is to budget before the month begins and plan out what you're going to do with your money before you actually get the money. So I am filming this on April 30th and you will be watching it on May 1st. So tell me, have you already done your budget? Let me know in the comments. Just tell me a yes or a no whether you finished your May budget. And if you like watching budget videos like this, I hope you'll also take a quick second and subscribe to my channel and go ahead and ring that bell, and then you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. So let's go ahead and jump right into my May budget. Yesterday, my power ended up coming back on, so I did film on my spreadsheet anyway, and then when I edited the video last night, I realized that something wasn't working either with my computer, my internet, or the program I use to record my screen, so I had to scratch the entire thing. It is now 6:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to refilm the spreadsheet, and I'm trying to quickly refilm the spreadsheet portion. I can't talk. And I'm trying to quickly refilm the spreadsheet portion of this video. So that is why I look like this. I literally just rolled out of bed, brushed my teeth, brought my stuff down to the kitchen. So let's hop on into my spreadsheet and see what's going on for May. All right, so I have the paycheck dates in here, and I'm going to estimate my husband's paychecks pretty low this month because, as I mentioned already, he's not really doing overtime. I'm gonna put them both in at $17.50. And if you're new here, I always estimate low. That way we make sure we have all the bases covered. And if more money comes in, that's great. And if more money doesn't come in, then we haven't stretched ourselves too thin and committed money that we didn't really earn. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave me a comment and I will get you straightened out. I'm going to discuss the changes in cash envelopes at the end of the video, like I mentioned. So I'm just going to go through this as I normally do, and then I will kind of explain to you what changes we're making. So mortgage and rent. Oh, I don't know why that says that. Mortgage and rent, we pay $7.15 each half of the month. We have 2 paychecks a month, one in the first half, one in the second half. So that money will actually be transferred to our mortgage account and then the payment comes out automatically. Natural gas, electricity, water and sewer, internet and cable, and cell phone. All of those amounts are technically the amounts from last month because I have not received the bills yet. So as the new bills come in, I will update those amounts, but I always use the prior month's amounts because it gives me a really good estimate of what I can probably expect for the next month. Trash is actually $90, but it's paid quarterly, so I send $30 to our savings account every month, and then when the bill comes, we pull it out and pay the bill. House maintenance, I'm going to go ahead and put $20 in each half of the month for our house maintenance. That is normally a cash envelope category for us. Gas, I have at $50 and $50, and since we're still not going anywhere, I think I'm going to take that down to $40 and $40. My husband is still working, so we are spending some gas. Vehicle maintenance, I'm going to make that $20 and $20. Groceries, I'm going to up that to $2.50, and I'm not even sure if that's enough, to be honest. Groceries have been killing us lately. I'm assuming most of you are probably in the same boat. Let me know in the comment section if your grocery budget has gone through the roof lately. Restaurants, I'm gonna keep that at 0 for right now. Sam's, I'm gonna do 30 and 30. We do have quite a few items that we purchase only at Sam's. Some of them are household, some of them are more specialty food items, but I like to save for those separately because I don't really include them in our normal grocery budget. Sports and activity fees, that is going to be 0 and 0. Kids commission, we started paying our kids more because they have more to do now that they are home. So that is going to be 20 and 20. But one thing I will mention quickly that we've changed is we are only filling certain cash envelopes once a month. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make that $40 and make that 0 in the second pay. Kids stuff, that's another one. I'm going to make that $40 in the beginning and make that 0 in the second pay. Up here, church, still giving $150 to our church, $29 to World Vision. I don't put anything in spontaneous giving. We give as we feel necessary throughout the month, and we kind of work that out in the end. Emergency fund, I'm not filling in. IRA, I don't have anything to put to my IRA right now because it is currently being transferred to another company. Stash, this is a small investing app I use that I pay $1 for a month. That will come out in the second half of the month. Auto insurance, life insurance, pet insurance. You can see these are all starred here. And what that means in my budget spreadsheet is that it's either getting transferred to savings to save for a later date, or it comes out automatically. So our auto insurance is being saved in our savings account. We pay it twice a year. My husband's life insurance and my life insurance is being transferred to our savings account, and that's taken out of the savings account automatically. And our pet insurance is debited automatically on our credit card. Pet food, I have $35 in the second half of the month. Vet care, I'm gonna make that 20 and 20. Cat litter is also starred because that is charged directly to our credit card each month. Here we have a couple changes. My husband is getting $75 for his personal money. I'm gonna stay at $60 for now. He has his gym membership coming out the second half of the month. He's thinking about possibly canceling that since he's been charged, I think, 2 months in a row now and hasn't been able to go to the gym. Obviously, it's closed with everything going on. Gifts, I'm actually going to increase gifts to 30 and 30 because we are going to deplete all of the money in our gift envelope for Mother's Day, and we have some birthdays coming up shortly after, so I need to start saving back up then. Doctor, I'm going to put that back to 40 and 40. Toiletries, I'm gonna just keep that at 10 and 10 for now. Spotify has been canceled, so I will clear that out to 0. My husband usually pays for Spotify with his money, but with his personal money, but since it's free for 3 months, we're just gonna clear that all out and see which one he likes better, and then he'll go back to paying for it with his personal money. Clothing, I'm gonna go ahead and add 20 and 20 for clothing. Spring and summer, although it may not feel like it here in PA, they are coming at some point. So my kids will probably need a couple clothing items. Haircuts, I'm gonna do that 20 and 20. Date night, nothing for right now. Amazon Prime actually came out last month, so I'm going to clear that out. I'm not giving anything to my son's church camp right now because it's kind of in limbo whether or not he's even going to have this camp at this point. And the pool membership was completely saved for last month, although same. I don't know if we're gonna have a pool to go to or what's going on. So who knows? Transfer to savings. This is just a reminder line so that I can check it off when I physically make the transfer to my bank. This is all of the items that we mentioned above that just get transferred to my savings account each month to save for a later date. Budget notes, I am going to fill in here that our emergency fund is complete. Yay! If you guys follow me on Instagram, you have already seen that a couple days ago we completed our emergency fund. I'm gonna probably do a video in the future talking all about this and kind of next steps, next goals. But for now, we have completed what we are calling phase 1 of our emergency fund. We have $15,000 in there. We're super excited and feeling so grateful that that's finally done. That's taken us well over a year to complete. So let's go ahead and move up to the top and see where we're at. We are in a negative position as usual for the month. And again, that is because I have to estimate my husband's income, and I always estimate on the low side. So it's showing a surplus of almost $100 in the second half of the month, and it's showing over negative $500 in the first half of the month. We do stick to a zero-based budget, which means we will try to get these as close to zero as possible. When my husband's paycheck comes in, if it's not enough money, I will go back through those cash envelope categories and start taking as many expenses out or decreasing them as possible to make up the amount that we need to make up. Basically, it looks bad right now, but it always kind of comes out even at the end of the month. Now, I don't do follow-up videos showing you exactly how my budget ended for the month. I've had quite a few requests to do that in the past, but it's just not something I'm willing to do right now and kind of put out there for the world to see. I've been thinking about possibly starting a Patreon and offering those types of videos in there along with some of my paid printables and maybe some other content. I can't decide. I feel like I have my hands in so many different things right now. I just don't know if it would be worth it to do a Patreon. I just don't know if that's something that people would want. If you have any opinions or feedback on that, let me know in the comments. I've never signed up for a Patreon for anybody else, so other thing that I do currently offer is a very small budget update in my newsletter. So if it is something that you're interested in seeing, I just kind of give you a list of wins and losses, what worked, what didn't work for the month after the month is complete. If that's something you're interested in seeing, I'll leave a link below where you can sign up for my email list and then you can check that out. The other thing I will leave down below is a link to this spreadsheet. If you want to get the same spreadsheet template that I use here in my videos, that's available on my website, and I'll leave a link down below along with a 20% off coupon code for you guys. So as you saw, our May budget is really simple because there's just not a lot going on right now. All of the major expenses that we have coming up, we've already planned for and kind of put to the side previously, so it's not something that we need to worry about right now. What I did want to quickly touch on is some of the changes to our budget, especially regarding cash envelopes. So if you guys have been here before, then you know I usually save in 1,000,000 cash envelopes just because it really helped me stay on track. It helped me budget, it helped me with my spending, and they just really worked well for us. Now I know cash envelopes don't necessarily work well for everybody, but like everything else in personal finance, it's a personal preference. That being said, I'm so sick of using cash envelopes. And as much as I love them and as much as they've worked well for us, I'm just getting sick of it. I'm just sick of carrying it around. I'm kind of getting sick of doing the work. It's not a lot of work, but constantly counting everything, tracking everything. So I started looking for a different method. Now I've talked on here before, but I've tried all the softwares before. I've tried the apps, I've tried EveryDollar, I've tried YNAB. I just have not found anything that I really love. What I love the most is my budget binder and my budget spreadsheet, and that is the system that works really well for me. But every single time in the past we have tried to stop using cash envelopes, our spending has gone through the roof. So that tells me that I need some sort of cash management system. I need some sort of accountability to myself and my money to keep my spending in check. We've created all these great habits, but guys, old habits die hard, and it's so easy when you're not using a cash system to just swipe and swipe and swipe. And I've talked about that before. It's something that I've struggled with in the past, and I really needed to find something that would still hold me accountable. So I went searching and I put it out there on Instagram, and my friends Bob and Linda from Seed Time Money, I will link their channel down below. You can check them out. They are super funny, super smart. And we were at the Ramsey Influencer event together last fall. They actually reached out to me and told me about a course that they have, a budgeting course that teaches you exactly how to use the cash envelope system without using cash, without using software, and holding you completely accountable to your choices and your money and your spending. And I took it. Guys, I took this course in 1 hour flat. I stopped every single thing I was doing. And you know, I trusted them. So I figured if it worked for them, it would probably be something I would at least be interested in. I know not every budgeting method works for everybody or every budget, but I wanted to check it out and I really loved it. So I can't really say too much about it because it is their system that they came up with, that they put in a course that they sell to earn their living. So I can't sit here and tell you everything in the course. What I can tell you is it was extremely reasonably priced. It was extremely simple, very cut and dry, very well done. The videos were all super short, very digestible, and it was unlike any other course I have ever watched before as far as budgeting, and I think that's probably why I liked it so much. But this is a free system. You don't have to pay for any software. You don't have to do anything. You pay for the course one time, you have it forever, and then you can implement this. So this is what we're going to do. Basically, you use a series of different bank accounts instead of actual cash envelopes. We're still going to be using our cash, and then they teach you a way to set it up into different categories, divide it up, track it differently. They recommend using Capital One Bank for this. We also use Ally. We love both Capital One and Ally. If you don't have them, I will leave a link down below in the description bar. You can sign up and get yourself an account. Now the Ally account, I don't have a link to give you any money, but the Capital One account, I have a link that will get you $25 when you open an account. And we have used them both for a while. I've used Capital One forever and ever. They're both great banks and I highly recommend them. But you can check that out in the description box. What we are going to do is condense a couple of envelopes, and instead of having cash envelopes, we're now going to have a whole bunch of basically like digital cash envelopes, but with our real money. So, you know, if I do digital cash envelopes on software, I can just kind of put in whatever number I want, right? There's no actual money required. You're basically just tracking things and telling the software what you want to tell it. So the point with this system is, just like with cash envelopes, when you're spending your cash, it's gone. This works the same way. You're more accountable to your spending choices because you're using the real money from these accounts, and when it's gone, it's gone. So it really helps you from overspending. I will report back to you guys. We are literally just starting at this first paycheck, so I only have a couple of cash envelopes that I'm filling, and those are just for ones that I would like to have cash on hand. Like, we like to pay for our haircuts in cash, so we have cash to tip the stylists as well. The kids' commissions, that we have the cash to give the kids. So just a couple small ones like that, but for the most part, all of these cash envelope categories that you saw in the video are actually going to be transferred to accounts according to this course. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys a link to the course. You can check it out down below. They have a ton of information on the site. If you click on the link and go through, you can read all about it. Maybe it's something you'll be interested in, maybe it's not, but I just wanted to pass it along because I really enjoyed it and I think it would be very helpful for some of you. I can't tell you how many times I get emails or comments saying, I really want to use the cash envelope system, but I do not want to carry cash. So this is your solution. So that's it, guys. Those are some of the changes we're making. I don't have too much more to tell you because we are just trying it. So hope to give you some more information and some more feedback for how it's working for us in the future. But if you guys use the cash envelope system, leave me a comment and let me know. I love hearing how everybody manages their cash. So do you use the cash envelope system? Do you use a debit card? Do you do all your spending on the credit card? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of this video. I love hearing your feedback. Again, if you like videos like this, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I put out new videos every Friday and I would love to see you back here next week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.